Deborah Danielson. Welcome to my Rebel Empowered podcast. I am so excited because today we're going to have a featured fan day. And this is a surprise. I'm going to call one of my fans who I have been talking to for quite some time now. And she has achieved something that to me is admirable. And I just want to say hats off to Nish Sanders, my featured fan of the day. And that, why is that? Because she has worked so hard going to the Musicians Institute, actually all during COVID, taking 6 classes in her class load, working 2 jobs, and working 7 days a week. So I admire her. I admire her love for her mother. I admire her tenacity and determination. And I wanted to share her story with you. And I wanted to share her, what I'm calling exuberant enthusiasm for life, because it is almost infectious and it's beautiful. So I'm going to call her. I'm going to surprise her. And then we're going to have her on the show today as a guest, speaker. And we're going to talk about the music industry, following your dreams. And, no industry is easy, especially the music industry. It's really a difficult place. And how do you make it? So let's get her up here and see if we can give her a buzz here. If we can get this going.
Hello?
Nish Sanders, this is Deborah Danielson, and you are my featured fan of the day, and I have you on our podcast. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. You're welcome. I was just introducing you, and I played one of my original songs, just the instrumental, called Going Off. And that is when I think of you, I think you're going off to bigger, better things. And I wanted to celebrate your upcoming graduation from the music institution there. And I want to just kind of have a moment to brag about what you've been doing during the pandemic. So do you want to share that with us?
Yes. So I enrolled in MI last April, and it was tough to get in. I worked with my vocal coach, and he helped me get in. He pushed me to my limit when it came to my voice and everything. And for me to get in, I sung some tough songs. I sung one of my favorite songs, Video by DRE, and then I sung Still in Love by Tina Marie. So I took on a challenge because before that, I was actually rejected from The Voice. So I was rejected from The Voice back in February of that would be February 15, 2020.
Can I just add something right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get the rejection. I understand. And let me just say this. Whether you're on The Voice or some other program, I just want to point out to you that doesn't mean that you don't have talent. That just means that you didn't fit the mold of whatever they're trying to push that season. That's really all that means. And yes, for our listeners, it also means that you can go back and you can try out again at another time. It just means for that casting, for that year, you just didn't fit the program. It doesn't mean that you can't sing. But it is very trying on your soul, and you do feel very rejected, right?
Yes. It was just because I felt like the lady, she was fiddling with papers, and I met some incredible talent there that could sing. They were amazing. And she was just fiddling with papers and stuff. But my friend came with me. She auditioned. She was upset. We went to the Cheesecake Factory. But you know what I did? I kept trying to tell her, hey, girl, when one door closes, another one opens.
Right.
We'll have our opportunity.
Right.
So I turned that experience into a positive. So I auditioned for them like the month before COVID hit, February 2020.
Oh, gosh.
And then I started school last year. So
congratulations. That is good tenacity and determination. And you didn't go around self-defeated going, oh, woe was me, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely, I took that because I already know in this industry, you keep going until they say yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But you don't give up.
Right.
You don't give up. You just keep going.
Right. And from every rejection and every audition, it's a learning process. And you walk away from that with more information on where you can improve. Sometimes you get nothing. I get that. And then you beat yourself up, but that's not healthy. So you just got to keep going forward.
Yes, exactly. You nailed it, girl.
Absolutely. So, what's going on today? Graduation is around the corner, right?
Yes, December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas.
What a present!
I know. That's what when you told me that it was a Christmas gift. I said, oh, wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful gift and a wonderful celebration that you should have. And how's your mom been through all of this? Was your mom worried about you overdoing it?
She's always worried about me overdoing it, but she knows I'm determined.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy. Let me explain this. So last year, my dad, I don't know if I told you this, but my dad died last October. So I took off the quarter.
Right.
He had Agent Orange. So he unexpectedly passed away. And I took off some quarters because I needed to help my mom out, but it was a lot. It took a toll on me because he was helping me pay for school. So finances started to get difficult. But I had a really good support system with my teachers and my classmates. So I was able to get through it. Of course, God helped me, but it was really crazy because everyone was like, you took a week off of school after your dad died, and then you just went back to class. Like, it was nothing. And I just thought that I just needed to keep myself busy.
Right.
So then back in June, Jasmine died. The vet killed her. So we are dealing with some stuff with the dog right now. But I've just been trying to be her biggest support system because it's been tough with like losing her ex-husband, and then the dog dying has been pretty crazy. Yeah. So I just been trying to be there for her, but she's proud of me with school. She doesn't know how I'm doing everything. She worries, but she's like, you got this, girl. She's already like, what are your school colors? I'm ready to get a dress that matches your school colors.
Aw, so isn't that sweet?
Planning.
I love that.
And if it's not her, it's my best friend's mom. They're both planning me graduation parties, and it's like, you guys didn't ask me what I want. You're just planning me parties.
Isn't that cool, though? That is so cool. And I know that secretly, each one of them are so proud of you because they want to see you rise to a new level. And I believe you have everything, and I do mean that, everything it takes to be successful in this music industry and in the entertainment career. Why is that? You have tenacity. You never give up. But you have a sunshine that I don't think anybody can put a cloth over and stamp out the light. So I want to just tell you that's very impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's move on to what's next. What do you think in your career? What do you think is going to be like the most challenging, but yet the most exciting for your next steps here?
Oh, wow. That is a great question. So I want to be a music. Of course, I want to put out an album.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do that, but I think I would go independent. I've also have a big interest in becoming a music supervisor because I think that's cool how they can place music in TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest challenge of getting in that, because first you have to become assistant. I think that is the biggest challenge. I did think about A&R, but I was like, you know what? The way that these labels do these artists, I don't know. So I go back and forth, but
But you know what I find interesting, and
yeah.
I've had this in my own mind behind the scenes too, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that old saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Yes, I know that saying very well.
So if you would go into an A&R, right? Even if you only did a year there, but just think of what you could learn that could help protect you and other people, right?
Yeah.
So, just speaking from the music industry perspective, as an artist, an independent artist, I know that most people don't get the economics. You know, we put out a new album, and an album can cost $30,000 to $100,000 easily without getting any kind of great embellishment. You know, that doesn't include music videos and all this other stuff. But it includes, you know, really good sound engineers, good producers, people who know how to produce beats and write lyrics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you produce this thing and you're proud of it and you go to distribute it. Well, most of us are going independent distributor through like a DistroKid. You can pick TikTok, you can pick United Masters, you can pick a lot of different distribution networks. I personally think DistroKid and what that CEO has done for the independent record label is huge. And he's also now, you know, partnered up with Spotify. So he's got some really cool things that don't cost a lot of money, but really get you out there. What I really hate is when you think, hey, I'm going to sign up with TikTok and I'm going to go for all of this. And you literally, in a lot of these contracts, sign away your life. You've spent $100,000, maybe all of your money, or charged it, and then you come in and you get 0.0001 cent per stream. What do you what do you think when people automatically figure just because you put out a song or you put out an album, oh, that you're rich, you got floating in the money, and you know, what do you tell people like that?
Oh, no, first of all, and I don't know, with me still learning about everything, as an independent artist, they have to come out of pocket for everything.
Yeah.
So no, you're not rich, because even if you're with a label, you have to pay. And if you watch some of these documentaries, like about NSYNC and Backstreet Boys manager, oh man, that guy was horrible.
They stole them blind.
Yeah, stole all their money.
Yeah.
Stole all their money. And it's absolutely ridiculous, because, you know, and that's another thing about, you have to read these contracts, because they will get you those fine print.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, no, you don't just roll in the money because the label's taking your money.
Yeah.
And if you're an independent artist, you're coming out of pocket for everything. But it's better, in my opinion, to become independent than have a label, because a label will screw you over and they don't care. And they do not care.
I recently read that a label will take an artist, get them signed up, and they will spend anywhere from $300,000 to $600,000 promoting a song. So the other problem is, I know, when you think about that, the other problem is these independent artists like you and me, right?
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't spend $300,000 to $600,000 to promote a song. or to have a TikTok promotion where you're doing a TikTok challenge and you got all these people signed up and they're going to get paid $24, right? For
Yeah.
getting the word out there for you. Or maybe they'll get really lucky and get $100. But I guess people need to be aware that the music industry is extremely volatile. And so it's
Yes.
really important, I think, for women to support women. And you have
Mm-hmm.
a passion for that. And I wanted to tell you that's one of the things that I admire the most about you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Queens uplifting Queens. That's the motto I go by.
That's what
Yeah.
we have to be, right?
You have to fix each other's crown because there's so much hate out here.
Yeah.
And I think also just me being originally from California and I live in Harrisburg, PA, girls hate on me all the time. They hate on me because I smile, because I wear my hair different. It doesn't matter. So you're not like the only one. Like the way I dress, everything. It's like I intimidate them.
I
And
love
it's
the
like,
way
wow,
you
I'm
dress.
really humble.
I love the way you dress, by the way. A lot of it are outfits I would absolutely wear.
You should. I love your style, girl. You're killing it out here.
We could be
You are killing
twins.
it. Yes, yes, yes. I have a fashion. I know I'm a fashionista. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fashion Nova, girl. That's where I get most of my outfits.
You are. I think you have very good taste, and I think you
Thanks, girl.
also have almost an infectious confidence, and I
Yeah.
love that. And I get a lot of comments on social media where people are like, "Wow, Deborah, I'm really impressed because you don't give a shit what anybody says. You're really super confident. I wish I could be that way."
Yeah, and that's a good thing because you know what? They're mad because it doesn't matter your age. Like, you're supposed to live every day like it's your last because life is way too short.
Right. Right.
And see, people don't understand that. And when I think it was your video comments, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Your song comments. And why don't you try? I was like, wait, what? When you had that conversation, my mouth just dropped. Because I was like, what is wrong with people? Do they not know that 60s is like the new 40s now? Because,
Oh, definitely.
I mean, my mom's about to be 60 and look at her.
Oh,
she's 59.
Yeah. She's out there making it happen. And, here's the thing. The Bible says rejoice,
Exactly.
and be happy, right?
Yes.
It doesn't say that we are going to just have a horrible life and we should run around and be sad and judge other people. And
Exactly.
so I take the Bible quite seriously, despite all the hate that I get on social media. And I just think if we could just help each other laugh, if we could help each other uplift our dreams and our goals and spur each other on, I think we could change the world in a marvelous, positive way.
Right.
And listen, age to me, I'm a baby right now and you're an infant. Why is that? Because I believe we are eternal beings.
And age is nothing but a number.
We're just getting started. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, people are crazy because, and then when you said that people give you hate, I've seen everything you went through and you're a warrior. Like, I must say, when you said you were cheated on, 30 something times.
Yeah.
Do people not realize that you kept giving someone a chance and they bashed you, but they don't look at what this person did?
Right.
Like, that's insane to me.
Isn't
that's
that
absolutely insane?
And what does that do when you have other women or men that have been in an abusive relationship and they've tried everything to make it work? They've tried forgiveness. They've done all these things, but they keep getting the same result. What does that tell those folks? That, all that hate and all those comments, it's not just coming toward me, but it's toward everybody who's reading, who has the same problem, right?
Yeah.
And the insensitivity there, you're taking a person who's been abused and you're abusing them more. What's wrong with that? Okay.
It's not good. Yeah. That's why when people give you crap, I'm like, really? Why are they? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
is your brain in the cloud somewhere?
Yeah.
Because
And
and it takes a lot of vulnerability to come on a show and put your life out like that, because I know it's a lot.
it
You know,
does. And
that's a lot of vulnerability.
I have
Yeah.
tried to share. And music, when we write songs and we put our music out there, we're putting our soul out there, right?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
so when you look at my album, Rebel, you're looking at a journey through my life with different relationships and how I finally got some self-confidence. And nobody's going to tell me anymore, oh, Deborah, your ass is too big. Oh, your boobs are too small. Oh, if you could only have black hair. What the hell? You know what? You know who I am. You got eyes. If you don't like what you're looking at, move on.
Don't look at it, right? People are crazy, girl. I tell you.
And I've looked at, some of the trials and struggles you've been through, right?
Yeah, and I work at the Reese's plant, so I deal with, girl, I swear it's TMZ in there.
Yeah.
It is TMZ in there because people are so worried about other people. It's a shame.
It is.
You hear about so-and-so every day. I'm like, no. And you know what I told them? I said, I'm trying to get ready for my podcast with Miss Debs. I kid you not, girl. I said that. They came up to me with some BS. I was like, I'm getting ready for my podcast. That was the day I got your email. Yeah, girl, I just tuned it out. They are crazy.
I know. And, people think,
like, wow.
People think that people like you and I just sit around all day long, somehow just chatting up and hanging out. And, they don't get the fact that you're holding down 2 jobs, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have Reese's planning in my school. Might as well say it's a job, yeah.
Yeah. And they don't get that you're putting in hours and hours where you should be sleeping and getting recharged, right? They don't get that you're actually working on projects, going to a job, and you're trying to keep everything up and moving forward. And then my song, I have I have songs about every situation. So I get what it's like to take a job that isn't what you want, but it's what you need because you got money, you got cash flow you got to deal with.
Yeah, and this is the adult responsibility. But let me tell you, girl, I have had people at my job say, oh, you're not going to make it. Yeah. You're not going to graduate. You're going to be at Reese's forever. I said, you know what? I'm going to make my moves and sides, but I can't wait to put in the reset, the newsletter that I graduated. And I might walk in there with my graduation hat on.
You are going to strut down that aisle.
In your face. Go ahead and write me up for having a graduation hat on. I don't care. I'm leaving.
That's right. And the thing is, your trajectory is going to be upward.
Thanks, girl. Like I said, I've had people get to me at my job saying, oh, you're not going to make, because it's been tough, but I have supportive friends there.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, they have screwed me tremendously. Like, for example, one of the obstacles I faced was usually my job, I give people breaks. So the one time one of the plant line attendants called off, so they canceled all the breaks. They all had to go at a certain time. Mm-hmm. And I had to take my midterm as soon as they canceled it. So I had to explain to my teacher, like, what happened, because it's like I had to choose between, work and school.
Right.
So my teacher gave me a chance, but I had to get my midterm submitted by midnight, which would have been 3:00 time here. But I have faced some obstacles, and it's not easy. Right. I'll tell you that. Right. They don't make it easy. Right. They don't.
Well, I know, because I took a part-time job that worked its way into full-time in a retail store for AT&T while I was trying to do my album. Because
you did say you worked at AT&T.
And I used to be a corporate executive and work all over the world and implement high tech. And so now all of a sudden I'm thrust into a retail environment in a shopping
Okay.
center, and people come
Mhm.
in there with all kinds of crazy, you know. They're bitching about their bills. But the day that I really felt like I was going to snap I was under pressure to do something in a certain time frame with these sound engineers, right? And
Uh-huh.
it was critical, just like your stuff. That everything's got a time sensitivity. And they told me, well, if you take a day off, yeah, we're going to give you points. I go, really? What is this? Kindergarten? What kind
Yeah,
of
I get
shit
points
is
too.
that?
I get points too. Let me tell you.
So
Um.
I got a point, and then unfortunately, immediately it seems right after that, my relative died. And
Oh, I'm
what's
so
important about
sorry.
that is I only have a few living relatives. Our family's damn near gone. So I said, well, I got to go to my uncle's funeral. Well, that's not your immediate family. I go, well, I don't know where your definition of immediate family is. If I only have 7 or 8 family members, I think that's my fucking immediate family, you know? So I
Oh
went
man.
and I got points for that. I think I got 2 points. It was just a really big, bad offense. I was so evil. But you know, it's just horrible to live in that kind of an oppressive day to day environment.
Yeah, my job has a point system too. Um if you're sick, you bring a doctor's note, you get penalized for it.
Oh, yeah.
Um I yeah, that's yeah, I know. So I actually have a point system too, and it takes us a year for our points to get off, but they had a summer incentive thing where if you worked over 40, your points would come off. Trust me, girl, I have been to HR. I've told them how I felt. I didn't sugarcoat anything because I'm like, are people gonna put a little love in their heart here? Because
Yeah.
things happen out of our control,
Right.
and
Right.
that's the same thing that my job would have said about immediate family. So I get it. I absolutely get it.
But you know, what was really
Crazy.
interesting to me is how many other people go to that day to day job every day with no hopes, no aspirations, no
Right.
dreams, right?
Right.
Like you have a plan. I had a
Yeah.
plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we said, we're going to go for it. I don't care what Tom, Dick, or Harry over here or whatever, who's ever saying, I can't sing, I don't have a voice. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way.
No problem.
There's a lot of people who have magnificent voices and never do a thing with it.
You're right, though, girl. You're absolutely right.
But get
You're
this,
absolutely right. Yeah.
Mick Jagger didn't have a operatic voice, and look
Uh
at
huh.
him. Look at what he's done, right? So
Yes.
the minute I start looking at who makes it and who doesn't, it's pure tenacity. And when I think of Madonna and what she went through and how she
Mm-hmm.
moved to a place, had no job, got raped, had to literally threaten this manager because she never showed up and she lied, you know, it takes true grit to be able to get up, get in people's faces and say, by God, I have a dream and I'm going for it. I don't give a shit what you say to me. I'm doing it. And that's why I'm proud of you because that's what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, girl. I'd be like, I walk around there, be like, I can't wait to graduate. I'm going to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I think my positivity, they look at me like, that girl's crazy. But I don't care because, you know, and then to have the opportunity to network with
Yeah.
different artists that I told them I would help them because I have been screwed because I've showed up to studio sessions and they don't show up and I be the feature in the song. I try to help artists and then they just ghost me and I'm like, wow, so
That's
they
evil.
actually, that
That
gave
is
me,
evil.
yes. Oh yeah, girl. That actually gave me motivation to go to school and learn this by myself. Now, a couple months ago, I don't know if you've seen on my Facebook when I went to 90s Con, met all these people, everyone started treating me like a celebrity. Like I had everyone's phone number and I said, no, so it was just crazy how I did go through a lot. And it saved me from depression because either the producer didn't want to work with me because I wouldn't date them. And I said, no, this is
Yeah.
strictly business. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I had depression and from thinking I wasn't going to make it in music. And then to, even though I got rejected from the Voice Men to go to music school, it all just made sense. After that, it just started to fall into place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to give you some disclosure. I also got rejected from The Voice, but it was like water off a duck's back. And why is that? Because I know I did my very, very best. I know that I could easily be on the show, but it just didn't fit what they were trying to push for that season. And it strictly is that. And my vocal coach was very clear about all of that because, he's gone through all of that. He's been on that in Europe. And you know what? He's just fine. He didn't he actually got voted off, but he actually does amazing work, and he does production, he does lessons, he creates music, he creates hits for people. So I don't really think when you're making a reality TV show, I don't really think people appreciate that there is a lot of thought that goes on behind the scenes about who they want, why they want that person, and the drama, the storyline that they're looking for. It really may have nothing to do with how good you actually can sing or the quality of your voice. It has more to do with a casting situation.
Yeah. Because I always thought, like, maybe I have a better chance on American Idol, but I just decided to go to school and learn the ropes myself. And one thing, I'm going to give a shout out to my vocal coach, Bakari, because he told me that if I did not have a voice, he would not work with me.
There you go.
That is the advice that keeps me going.
There you go.
That is what keeps me going. He's an amazing guy. I call him like my mini Bob Marley, but he's so incredible. So,
and you know what the Bible says? Rejoice always. Sing praises to the Lord. The Lord never thinks anybody has a bad voice. And when you make music from your heart and you give it everything that you've got, there's something beautiful about it. And if the listeners are rejecting you, it could be that they're not where you are yet, from a message perspective, or they just like different kind of music. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Yes.
It's okay. And I'm a big girl, and when people tell me, oh, your music sucks. Oh, Deborah, you can't sing. You just better give it up. Well, if you...
Tell them, are they making the kind of money you're making?
That's what I want to say to them. If you are a known certified expert in this, then I would take a moment and say, okay, give me some coaching on that, right?
Exactly. Are you a vocal coach? Did you go to music school?
Why do people
how do you know
think...
if I can hit an octave? Right.
Exactly. Why do people think we just shoot out here with no coaching, no expert advice? It's just...
Oh, I love it. I love when they be like, oh, you can't sing, or your voice should sound like this. It's like, you're not my vocal coach.
Right.
I used to get mad about that, but now I just sit back and laugh because it's funny.
It is
they have
funny.
No music experience whatsoever.
It is funny. And then they try to say, oh, well, that's auto-tuned. Oh, you should be ashamed. Well, do you know who invented auto-tune? And do you know why auto-tune was invented?
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, if they would do a little bit of research and homework, they would find out that the exact people that they love the most, like Kanye and some of these guys, they invented that. And they invented it for a purpose. And it wasn't to hide vocal flaws. It was to fine tune and to make everything so precise. And hey, everybody who's anybody uses it at some point, because it's all about producing and sound engineering and editing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely right.
So do you want to shame somebody if you go to a movie and the movie's been edited? Or what about a reality TV show? Should we shame somebody because like they've over edited the thing and made it say something that somebody never said, but yet we believe what we see on TV because, geez, we're looking at it with our own eyes, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing about reality shows. Like, this is only a part of your life. They don't see actually what's going on.
Right.
They only see a part of your life.
Right. And the thing is, women supporting women in entertainment becomes even more critical then, because I think a lot of women just accept abuse because they think they have to. They think they have to be talked down to, or they have to be embarrassed. No, you don't. You need to stand up, put your head up high, and remember you've worked hard to get to where you are. May not be where you want to be yet, but you're on an upward trajectory. And that's the most critical thing. And you have people who believe in you, right?
Definitely. I agree with you. And that's all that matters is your support system.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
Tell the haters to go simmer down and drink some tea. Go
simmer it down. Yeah, I love it. And you know, what one person finds totally disgusting and hateful and, you know, commenting out the wazoo in a negatory way, another person comes in and finds it totally amazing and uplifting. So you just got to find your audience. That's the secret.
Definitely.
So talk to me about, let's pretend we're going to fast forward. It's December 23rd. You're going to sashay down the aisle looking glamorous. So what does that look like? How's your hair and what are you going to wear?
Oh, girl, I did not even think that far yet. It's so crazy because I always thought maybe I should do some curls or should I do like the red and green Christmas braids? So that's one thing. I don't know, maybe like a cute jumpsuit off of Fashion Nova, I was thinking.
Ooh, that would be lovely.
Yes. Now I am an online student, so I don't know how this whole thing will work. But I just think I know it's gonna be a crazy week because finals are that week too. So I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking maybe some curls, maybe a little bit of sparkle, like some glitter spray, and just like a cute little outfit. I don't know what our school colors are. I think they're blue and yellow.
Okay.
Maybe you match up to the school colors. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be appropriate. And then I would like to see you, even if it's just online, like my daughter's was online. So I get it. Because it happened, her graduation happened right in the midst of the COVID stuff. So it was all online. I was very impressed with the program though. And I was very impressed that they had a Grammy award-winning sound engineer, music producer who spoke, who graduated from the place, right?
Nice.
Oh, it was very impressive. But I would say this. If I were you, I would get somebody local there and you do your walk and you wear your outfit and you hold up your diploma and you just celebrate yourself, even if it's only for 10 seconds, okay? But you
my mom will be the one taking the photos.
You like, get that walk, girl, and you get your little video and you dress up, and I don't care if you put a little crown on your head, which you deserve.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you need to.
I will definitely send it to you.
I think you need to just say, this is my launch pad, and now watch me take off.
Oh, I didn't tell you about my graduation hat. I wanted to be Mean Girls.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yes, I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
I'm trying to have a Mean Girls party for my birthday in November too.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Definitely Mean Girls, yeah.
I love it. I love your spirit. Now, let's pretend in 5 years from graduation, you've achieved being a music supervisor, doing some great networking. Where do you hope to be living, and who do you hope are some of your best industry contacts?
Oh, it can be anybody. Okay, where do I hope to be living? You know what, girl? I would love to go to the UK. just because their voices are amazing. I don't
Yeah.
know about living there, but I would love to go there. But maybe they're like Canada.
Well, the UK is a
um,
great place. I used to work there. The
nice.
only thing is, and since you're from PA, it's not going to be like a huge leap, but the climate is cooler and more kind of drizzly.
Mm-hmm.
But the music industry, I mean, wouldn't it be incredible? Every time I see Sam Smith recording at Abbey Roads or something like that, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could be there. I just want to,
Right?
wouldn't that be something? And recently I went to Paisley Park and I was just so thrilled to walk in to where Prince lived and all of the movies and all of the recordings. You can even go into Paisley Park to record. So it's
Nice.
like, I think that would be amazing if you did that, the inspiration. And, a lot of Americans do go over there and they do get a huge following there and then they come back to the United States. So I think that's a great idea. I actually love it.
Yeah, I love the UK. And then Nashville. I love Nashville.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Nashville. I don't know about living in the UK, but I would love to just be over there, maybe just for like the summer or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because my one friend Jake has me hooked onto these UK artists, man. They are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
They are just, their voice is like, and I have my good friend Geraldina Sky, and she's in the Netherlands, and her voice, I'm just like, wow. I'm a big
Yeah.
Pet David fan. So it's just like all these UK artists, and George Michael, I love
Oh
him.
my gosh. Totally.
Oh, I love him. Fast Love.
Yeah. Totally.
Jeez, he's just a jam.
Totally amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
So if you could work with any of your most favorite artists in the world, who's in your top 3?
Oh, top 3. That's hard. Okay. Let's see. Top 3. This is really tough. I don't know. Okay. I say India Arie. She is very inspirational. She's helped me through a lot of stuff. I don't know if you ever listen to her music. She's amazing.
Awesome.
The second one would be Chloe Bailey. I love her song Surprise. I love the stuff she does with her sister, but this girl is just unique, and she's just like, I don't care what no one thinks. I'm this Chloe nasty to you. I was like, okay, girl.
I love it. That's
and then
great.
My good friend, and of course my good friend Donnie Unitas, just because I just love his determination, and all these artists inspire me. And actually, Donnie's local artist, that's the one I was gonna get you to talk to, but he's just so dedicated, and I love his album. He can do a really, oh my God, when he did Girl, You Know It's True by Milli Vanilli, which I love his song.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
I will send you this, girl.
Yeah, beautiful.
And Mary Jane by Rick James, oh my goodness. I was like, can we work together? Even though he does cover songs, but he actually is an inspiration. I have to put on the list. I can name many more. There's so many.
Isn't that wonderful, though, that you have songs that you've connected to so emotionally, right? Yes. Just from the sound of a voice and how it changes your life and helps you. There's not a moment of life that I don't think that you could put music to where it wouldn't make it better. Just everything. Whether you're getting married or having a baby or whatever's happening, having a bad day, taking a test, music helps you cope with things that, I think a lot of people don't know how vital music is to our mental health,
Yes, it's therapeutic. And the thing about India Arie, her song video, I don't know if you I did cover song and video. Mm-hmm. It's just she said, she said, what God gave me is just fine. I don't need your expensive drinks or expensive minks. And I was like, yes, girl. But she was like, it's actually my ringtone. I'm not the average girl from your video.
Yeah.
but I'm not built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. So
There
I
you
think with her
go.
music,
That is
I'll
so
send it to you.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. She is amazing. I remember at 12 years old just listening to her, but I do have to add Aaliyah in there. Aaliyah is a big inspiration to me.
Mm-hmm.
Always will be.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her so much, but I would also be open to work with any 80s or 90s artists, maybe
Mm-hmm.
like Paula Abdul. Anybody from like the 80s and 90s, I'm down.
Boy,
They're
Paula
awesome.
Abdul worked
TLC.
so hard. My
Yeah.
God, I was exhausted in the 80s. And I used to do a lot of Jane Fonda workouts, and I was lifting weights and taking all these aerobic classes and doing all this stuff. I was in the gym every day, 4 hours a day. And when I
Yeah.
watched Paula Abdul dance and do all that stuff, I was like, Jesus, I'm exhausted. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm exhausted watching Cold Hearted Snake, but
Yeah.
I was like, wow, she's out here killing it. Like
Yeah.
she's really
She was
I love her.
huge.
Yeah, I love
So,
her.
you know, one of my inspirations, now that you're bringing that up, is I've been practicing Born This Way by Lady Gaga.
Oh, I love her.
And I just feel like the words to that song are just absolutely who I am, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, it talks in there about how her mom would do her hair and put on her lipstick in the glass of her boudoir. And she would tell her that God makes no mistakes. You're beautiful, right? And that's what I wish people would get. And she talks a lot about transgender, bi, whatever, right? She talks about all nationalities, ethnicities, and you were born this way. You're perfect, and celebrate it, right? And then she even talks about the homeless people. She says, Subway kid, celebrate your truth. So, you know, it's just, to me, I wish society would just get kinder and gentler, because, you know, you may be on top of the world one day, but the next day you wake up and everything goes right down the drain, right? You're just like,
right. Yeah.
What the hell happened to me? So these people who walk around with a critical spirit, telling everybody, oh, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're this, you're that, you're trash, you're blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? What happens if you wake up tomorrow morning and the only thing you got is a park bench? What are you going to do?
And tomorrow isn't always promised either.
No. What, you like some kind of human kindness, you know? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So I think one of the things I see in you, Nish, that I hope you're bringing to the music industry, and I know you will, is that sense of humanity. Human kindness, you know? And the sense of right and wrong, or authenticity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's super. When I think of a professional woman, a leader who changes the world, I think about those qualities, and I think you have them.
Thanks, girl. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean it, or wouldn't say it. And I think your mom has done a fine job. And, you know, I just want to say to you that I'm very impressed with the relationship you have with your mother.
Oh, thanks. She drives me crazy, but...
No, but I see true love. I see respect. And I see that you honor her.
Yeah, she's a good singer, too. She can hit, like, soprano notes. Like, my mom can sing. I don't know if I have to sing these videos where around Christmas I try to catch her singing. She was singing Queen Latifah's album. Oh, my God. What is that album called? The Dana Owens album.
Wow.
And she loves to sing. And I get a lot of it from her because, you know, she would always play music growing up.
Yeah.
So she would always sing and stuff. But I have to see if I can find the video. I get her singing.
You know what? You know what you should do? You should, for the holidays or for your graduation or something special, You and her should do a little quick song. I don't even care if it's 15 seconds. You should sing something with
What did you
her.
say? Wait, you cut out. What did you say?
Oh, I said, I think you should get with your mom and do a
Mm-hmm.
quick song with your mom. I don't care if it's even 15 or
Oh
20
yeah,
seconds. You should do
we're
it for
always singing.
Christmas or your graduation, but celebrate that because I think that is such a gift that a lot of people don't have.
Definitely. Yeah, mom could sing. She's like Minnie Riperton, Mariah Carey. She hits those high notes. She's pretty good.
Wow, she can make some glass crack probably.
Yeah, window's great.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time today, and thank you for letting me put you on the spot. But I do want to tell you, as an artist and a reality TV personality, I love it when I have fans that I think are just outstanding. I love my fans. I say that often, and I truly mean it. And I wish more celebrity people would give back to their fans and show the love and the appreciation. And
Yes.
I've been always impressed with Nicki Minaj because she is, I guess, one of the most flattering people to her, her followers.
She's very humble.
She's humble.
Yes.
Here's what she is. She's practical. She's real. And
Yes,
she
she definitely is.
considers other people. And I think that's amazing. So one of the things that touched my heart most about Nicki Minaj is when I was on reality TV during a really bad episode where I was being kind of emotionally brutalized and disrespected. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, geez.
Nicki Minaj put out, I think it was a Twitter. I can't remember if it was a tweet or just a Facebook comment. But she clearly came to my side and said, made a little tweet. And I'm like, that moved me and changed me. And it gave me so much respect for her. And I so wanted to be at the VMA Awards, last month when she got her award from MTV. I so wanted to be there.
Oh, yeah. She is just amazing because
It
what I
was
love about
great.
her, she doesn't care how much money you make. And this,
Right.
she doesn't, like, she's not like some of these other rappers, like, throw money. Because she is humble. And that's
Right.
what I love about her because she's so real. And then she also helps kids go to school.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
That's
that's the
crazy.
kind
She's
of
amazing.
leadership we need from other women. So I'm bringing all this up to let you know she made a difference in my life. You've made a difference in my life. And I just want
thank you.
to be inspired to be a true leader as you move forward. Okay? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I want you to always remember that you touch people that maybe you don't even realize how you touch them, but it's really a blessing.
Oh, thank you. It made my day. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It was good to hear kind words like that.
Yeah, well, we all need them, right? It's a good thing.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time, Nish. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for
I know
having me.
your schedule is super cramped, so thank you for
Yes.
carving this time out. And I can't
I would
wait.
love to do this again.
I can't wait to see what's next, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All
Love to do
right.
this again with you.
Ciao. Take care
Ciao.
now. Bye.
Bye.